Greetings and welcome to the latest episode of my Minecraft Let's Play Survival series. So we got busy last time with the stables, and today I've been updating the road. So it does go to the stable, but it also goes to the entrance to the Skelly farm. My keyboard's playing up a little bit. It doesn't seem to want to use the W, which is a little bit of a problem if you're wanting to move forwards. But it does seem to just be a little bit sticky, so hopefully it'll get over itself fairly quickly. I also finally got round to filling in that pond right there that skeleton is now standing on. It was here. It is no more, and I filled it in properly as well. It goes all the way down, all the water's gone under there and everything. This gravel will have to go at some point. I still haven't quite decided whether to fill it all in with grass or with stone. I'm leaning towards stone at the moment, just because I think it'll work for that area across there. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are going to make a start on where the castle's going to go. And unfortunately that's probably going to mean quite a bit of filling in as well. Because this place is like a Swiss cheese. There are holes everywhere. I popped into creative mode just to sort of fly over and see what kind of area we had. And yeah, this is one of the smaller holes, and now I've gone and got myself stuck in it, which is less than helpful. Still, we can get out fairly easily, I'm sure. Yeah, so this will all have to get filled in. And then there's other holes. This one will probably have to go. And there's another one up here, which is going to be a bit of a problem. But I want to come up here anyway. Yeah, there's this sort of, it's not an all the way down kind of hole, but it's seriously going to get in the way. But I wanted to come up here because I think this is actually going to be quite a good place to put the castle. And I'm thinking we'll have a sort of courtyard area here. And then the main keep will be up on this kind of level. So yeah, there's a lot of filling to do, but I'll do most of that off camera, I think. What I want to do today is to get the staircase in place here and give us some kind of idea where this road's got to go. I'm thinking a couple of these smaller towers might work either side, or even possibly a larger version of this. I'll have to see how it feels really. So I think the first thing to do is to grab ourselves some stone and start evening out where the stairs are going to go. Now I'm going to put steep stairs in here rather than the sort of half block slab size stairs, because I want this to be a really sort of clear transition between the two areas. So we're going to need some stairs, and I think I'd quite like to have a fair amount of, I keep picking out that polished andesite instead of stone, a fair amount of stone brick in this. I think the castle deserves a little bit posher kind of stairs. So the cobble will be more in between, and I'm thinking we'll do quite a wide staircase. How many is that? 6? I want 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 7, isn't it? So yeah, this bit itself won't take very long, but it's where we go from there that hopefully will be slightly more interesting, because like I've said before, I'm sure I have a thing about castles. I really love them, and they're rarely what people picture them as. What people think of as a castle is in fact just the keep. The castle itself is a much larger complex of buildings, and that's kind of what I'm going for with this build. I think we'll take this down. But just like the entrance into the city itself that we built over there with the two large towers, I do want this to be quite an intimidating sort of a set of staircases. So we're going to be building these sides up as well at some point, possibly very soon after we've filled these last few stairs in. One there, and there, and there. So that's kind of the general idea. I think I'm going to peel this hill back as well, actually, because, you know, it's not a proper build unless I've dug away underneath where I've put my bed, like I always seem to end up doing. And then we can get these stairs down one more level, I think. That might work out a bit better, because then we've only got to step it up twice on the slightly shallower staircases. We need one there, and let's stick a cobble in there as well. So again, like I say, if we want it to be reasonably intimidating, so this is going to have to go. Gravel is not an intimidating material. It just looks a bit wishy-washy, actually. Let's just take all of that out. And I have got some stone on me. And we'll get this filled in so that it doesn't get anything nasty spawning underneath it. And I'm not sure whether or not I want to build the walls down in stone and make them look like the mountain, or whether I want to do them in stone brick. But we'll try them out in stone first and see how that looks. We'll start by going up one from each stair. So that would go like that. We'll see how that feels when it's on both sides first. And then we can always bring it up higher if need be. And I've got a feeling I'm going to want it a lot squarer than that. Especially if there are going to be towers on each side. Let's build it right out on this one, and then we can have a look at both sides and see which one feels more intimidating. I need to find a thesaurus or something, get some alternative words going around. I'm going to fill some of this in as well, just because otherwise I am going to fall down it constantly. But as for the castle itself, I'm probably going to go quite sort of traditionally medieval. It'll be a stone building. Think the White Tower, quite often called the Tower of London, but its official name is actually the White Tower, and it had improvements since it was first built, but it was pretty much the same when it was first constructed in 1060 something. I don't think it was quite there in 1066, but it was definitely completed before the end of that century. It was sort of the first castle proper in England, because although we're famous for our castles here, of course they are in fact a French invention, or rather, the Normans brought them over, and we think of the Normans as French. In fact, they were originally Vikings who had settled in France. But the history teacher in me's coming out now. You can tell, can't you? Let's fill that hole in. That's got all the hallmarks of an Enderman hole, that has. And it's getting dark again already. I'm liking this flatter wall already. It just feels right somehow. And of course, in between episodes, I did go and get a load of cobble, and now I'm using smooth stone. So yeah, go me. I really thought that one through. I have, however, got several double chests full of smooth stone that I can go and fetch later if I need them. Let's see if we can make this look in the slightest bit natural. With my bed there. I'll fill that in once it's gone. Okay, that works sort of. Let's get up on here and start filling this one in to match. Is that the right height? I think so. And then it comes across like this. That'll do, because we don't want it too matchy-matchy. And then I think we'll sort of bring this up as well, because the landscaping is just as important as the actual building itself. I think it sets the scene just as much as the buildings do. Let's have one there and bring this out a little bit more like that, perhaps. Make it look a bit more built in. How does that look? Yeah, I quite like that. I feel like it needs to be too wide on this side though. So maybe do like that. And then we can sort of pile these up a bit more that way. How does that look? Oh, I'll get there eventually. Yeah, that'll do for now. That's another hole that absolutely has to be filled in as soon as possible. Right. Let's take those two off and see. There's a lot of backwards and forwards in this process. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I can work with it. Right, this has to be sorted out as soon as possible before I kill myself in it. Let's just... Sorry, pig, you're going to have to stay there. And the zombies are howling. It's all going pear-shaped. I'm just going to so fall down there. You will forever be the underground pig. You shouldn't have gone down there in the first place. We tried to warn you. Right. Like I said, it's just like Swiss cheese around here. So there'll be a fair amount of this in between actual builds, I think. Right. Okay. Now that we've made it safe. Yeah, so what I'm thinking for the castle itself is if it's going to be up here, we're going to need another staircase, but we need to maybe lay out what we're doing with it. I'm going to go and get some cobble because that's a block that's very useful for marking out, because of course it doesn't occur naturally, so we can just we know what we've put there and what's natural. So if the keep itself is going to be up here, we're going to have a fair amount of flattening off to do, which isn't necessarily a problem. It needn't take that long, especially as I think it's mostly going to be filling in rather than digging out. There's just these few little bits to deal with at the moment. The other issue, of course, is going to be the snow, but I think I can live with that. I think it might actually add to the build somewhat. I probably shouldn't do this with a spade. I don't want pockets full of snowballs, but oh well, you can't have everything, can you? Right, let's fill in some of this gap as well. Yeah, I'll most likely do the majority of this kind of stuff off camera. But I'm thinking we want a staircase coming up the middle here. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the kind of entrance way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the actual building itself will probably start about here. And I'm quite happy to have it hanging over the edge and just to build down from it, like I did at the bottom of those towers there. So I'm not overly bothered about that. I am, however, slightly bothered about constantly falling off things because I don't look where I'm going. This is a common problem that I have in real life too. I am forever walking into stuff. Right. Let's get rid of those. So the main structure is going to be largely square, and I'm going to have towers on each corner. Part of the problem with this process is just sort of seeing the bigger picture. It's a wood for the trees kind of thing, because I have no idea how big I want this to be yet until I've seen it in context. So if we take this as the midpoint and put something there to show it's the midpoint, so that'll kind of be the main door. It is going to overhang a fair amount actually, isn't it? Let's see, how many have we got on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that 13, 14, 15-ish? I'm going to have to count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't want an even number. If we do 15 on each side, it'll be 31 in total, because I'm not counting that middle block. So that's 1, 2. This is where I always get myself confused. So it's 15 including that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then we'll turn it. No, that'll be the middle one. I'll get there in the end. So that's the middle one, and then we want 15 on this side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and turn it there. Right, that's more in the way than I thought it would be, but again, I'm happy to move it if I have to, or to lift the whole thing up higher. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1 in the middle, and here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and turn it. And hopefully this time we can just run it all the way along until we see our corner piece come up. And this is of course the main bulk of it. It is not including the corner towers. Let's see. We 1, 2, 3, 4 to go, I think. And then it's going to be night time and all very awkward, I'm sure. So this is very much a planning episode, not a huge amount of content, I'm afraid, but at least we'll know where we're going with it. And we want to go like this, I think, until we meet up with them at the top there, just so that I can get a general idea of how far we need to go. I think we might actually have gone one too far on there, but we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, we did. I did. Let's see. Hear me blaming you lot? Right. So that's the general outline of the keep. And I actually quite like the idea of it being up that high, but I don't know. We might have to bring the staircase round and up rather than use the landscape itself, but we can work with that. That's not such a big problem. Speaking of landscapes, I'll just fill this in as well, because at some point I'm going to have to, and I've got the stuff in my hand right here. So let's have a quick sleep again, and hope that skeleton doesn't spot me. Don't see me. Now I'm going to kill you if you don't fall over dead first. Thank you. Oh, and a zombie too. Awesome. Right, so we need to figure out where we're going with these stairs, if the castle itself is going to be that high up, and I'm okay with that. We need for that to be at 107, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of stairs to make. And the top of these stairs are at 86. So yeah, we've got 21 levels to get up to there. I just want to have a quick look at it from the bottom. This is going to be a fairly long-term project, I think. It might be one that we put back and forward to. Do you know, I quite like the idea of that coming down, maybe spreading out a little as it does. Yeah, this is going to be a large and interesting project. So let's see about getting these stairs sorted out. Although I've already managed to ramble long enough for nearly an entire episode already. Let me see. We may be able to do this without too much extra. We only really need to come up another... Let's see, where are we at here? We're at 98 here, so we've actually only got another 9 to add on at this point. And if I bring this one up to 9, let's put that torch here, then we may be able to work it out. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be on 107. Yes, it is. And then one more there. Can I get that one yet? No. Right. So this is going to be roughly where the staircase will need to go if I stop putting it in the wrong place. So actually, with the way that this is going, we may be okay. I'm going to need more marking blocks. Let's just use gravel for now rather than run all the way back down there. And then suddenly we're in line with this almost. That could work quite nicely. That's not bad at all. It's bearing in mind that we can start it further down as well. So we could have some sort of flattish areas, maybe go up 6 or 7 and across 3 and up and across. I think that will be a job for the next episode. Believe it or not, I'm actually nearly out of time. So yeah, that was a long time for me to build one small staircase and put some cobble down. But I don't know, it's the start of something new, and that's always kind of exciting. And yeah, we'll get it sorted, don't you worry. I think in between episodes I'll kind of mark out where the staircase is going. I might even get it in place. We'll see how I get on. It really just depends how much time I have over the weekend to get stuff pre-recorded. But yeah, there we go. That was a whole episode's worth of work. Thank you very much for watching and putting up with that. And yeah, there's nothing left to say except, as I said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.